Hello everyone, this is Eric, and today we're going to learn how to create a quiz using Google Forms. First thing we need to do is go to Google Forms. So we come up to the tile menu here, select this, the Forms icon, and boom, here we are in Google Forms. To create a new form, we would select the blank form. There are some other templates that you can experiment and use with as you see fit. But for today, we're going to learn how to start from scratch. I like to title my form right away and make sure it has a title that is relevant to what I'm doing. We'll call this our sample quiz. Okay, and we'll make sure it's up there as well. You just have to click on it and it'll bring the name up there immediately. Second thing we'd like to do is come over here to the settings, the gear icon. Click this. In the general settings, we make sure that we have restrict to St. Peter the Apostle users, so only people that have emails for the domain are able to see and participate in this quiz. Okay, so then we go to presentation. You have different options here as well. You can show, there's a little progress bar that shows how far along the student is in the quiz, so they have an idea, a gauge how long it will take them. Also shuffle question order and show link to submit another response. You also have the option of adding messages after they've recorded, their responses have been recorded. I like to select the shuffle question order because it'll mix everything up so the students can't look at each other or look at their Chromebooks and cheat. Next thing, which is extremely important, is we need to make sure that this form is a quiz. So we click on the quizzes in the settings, turn on quizzes. You have the option, obviously, of to make the grade immediately available as soon as they're done after they submit it, or you can submit it later for manual review. I prefer later for manual review, especially if you're going to use a short answer. If you're doing just multiple choice, then immediately after each submission is a great choice as well. Okay, respondent can see their missed questions, the correct answers, and the point values. Excellent. Once we have the settings that we like, we hit save. Now to create our first question, we'll just do a simple math quiz. So we'll do 2 plus 2 equals. Then I come down, make my first option, hit return, get to the next one, and there we go. We've made our first question. Over here on the drop-down menu, we can make this is a multiple choice question, but we also have check boxes and drop down. These three, the program will definitely grade these for you. If you select paragraph or short answer, you have to review them. And there's other options here as well. These are the most popular uses for types of questions used in Google's Forms. Okay. Now, once we have our question, we need to input the answers in. So we select answer key. And once we get into our answer key, we see the point value. I'm going to make this a 2-point question, and I'm going to select the appropriate answer. Once we have that, we go back to edit question. Okay, now I would like to add another question. So I come right over here to the plus sign, select that, and make my second question. After we have 3 plus 3 as our next question, we can add our next answer. We add the responses here. Actually, let's mess up the order just a little bit. So let's put 4. Excellent. We're going to keep it a multiple choice question. Now we're going to go back to the answer key. We're going to select our point value, and we're going to put the appropriate response in. Now we're going to add another question. And this will be our final question for our quiz. There we go. You can make as many choices as you want. Okay, my point value. Excellent. And we're back here to this point. Now, if we want to have the student's name on the quiz, we have to make sure that we add a question, a short answer question that puts their name in here. So we'll type in name, short answer. So they have to put in the next answer will have to be their name. And go to answer key here and just make sure the no point value, obviously, because this is just their name. Now I would like this to be at the top in my first question, so I want to move it. So this little arrow here indicates that you're moving the question and locating it all the way back up at the top. There we go. And I'm going to go back to my settings here and remove the shuffle order so this one stays at the top of my quiz. Okay, so now we've made our first quiz. We also have options to make it look pretty. So here you can change the color. We can change the theme. Put jelly beans on this one. So after we put the jelly beans on this, they'll show up right here, and we're all set for our quiz. Now I would like to preview this obviously before I send it out. So here we go. Hit that little I button, and here is your sample quiz. So you can take it. Here's, you can always test before you send it out. We'll submit our answers. There we go. So now you have the option to view your score. Great. And we can also do this again. So we have had one person take it. So let's preview again. Take this sample quiz. And oh, there's a mistake. We'll remove that. And here we go. Great. So now we have 2 responses. So once people start taking all of these quizzes, we can go and look at our responses, and it will allow you to take a look and see how people did on this on your quiz. So for each question, so here's a total points, total people the people that have taken the test, and then goes question by question, what percentage are correct, and so on and so forth. It's a really good way to look at your test and get an idea of where the students understand and don't understand, so you can modify your instruction. Okay, so now we have our test complete, and we'll be able to, in the next video, add it to a Google Classroom. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.